We're makeup girlies. Of course we love lipstick. This is the thing that takes my makeup to looking perfect. Today, it's interesting, I can grow all the hair I want on my head, but as far as on my eyebrows, hi guys. Wow, where's our water? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the second installment in the series on my channel this entire month. We are featuring top 5, just 5 makeup products that you need in your collection or in your routine. So last week was the first installment in this series and I focused on skincare. So if you would like to know the top 5 skincare products you need in your arsenal, then be sure to check out that video. So today is the day. As you guys know, we are starting makeup consultations and classes on my website. Some may have already started, but the group masterclass will be coming soon. And so I thought this would be a great introduction for those of you who are new to my channel and maybe newer to makeup who just want to know what are the top products you need in your routine. As someone who's a beauty girl like myself, I tend to use about 12 pounds of makeup and 12 products every time I do my face, but I don't think the average woman or man needs that much. And I also don't think the average woman or man likes that much. So these are the top products that I think you could get a really flawless look with without doing too much. So if you would like to see my top picks, then please keep watching. The number 1 pick, definitely Eyebrow Products. I'm a huge proponent of a good solid brow. I may not always wear makeup, and sometimes when I go out, I don't put on a full beat like I have one today. But a good eyebrow I will always have. I am someone who does not have a lot of eyebrow. I'll put a picture on the screen of my natural brows. They are fairly sparse. It's interesting, I can grow all the hair I want on my head, but as far as on my eyebrows, I just can't. So Anastasia's Dip Brow is my favorite product, and this is a gel product that allows you to sculpt, draw, and create whichever shape, thickness, or style of brow that you desire. Now this is my favorite, like I said, because I don't have a lot of brow to work with, but if you are someone who already has a really good brow and let's say all you need to do is go and get them waxed or threaded, you're not gonna need this. But for those of you like myself, this is my favorite product. I use the shade Dark Brown, and this is kind of like a gel eyeliner. I love this because I can create the perfect brow from almost nothing. Anastasia Beverly Hills also makes an eyebrow pencil, which I think is great for those of you guys who have a little bit more brow to work with, and maybe you just wanna touch up some areas of sparseness. They also have an eyebrow pencil from Maybelline that I've used before that works really well. And Benefit really has great eyebrow products, everything from wand gels and like the spoolie application to powders. They probably have a gel product like this and also pencils. So definitely check any of those products out down below. I will have them all linked, as well as everything else I'm talking about today. Okay, my second top product is definitely going to be concealer. Now, I vacillated whether or not I wanted to choose foundation or concealer. Depending on what coverage and formula you get, you can achieve a full beat look from just a concealer. So let's talk about my favorites. Right now, my favorite, which I'm actually wearing today, is the Bobbi Brown Full Cover Concealer. Like the name suggests, it is very full coverage. It's creamy, very nice and smoothing onto your face. I love it, love it, love it. Now, I don't use this to conceal blemishes per se, but I do use it for my under eye area, but you could use it for anywhere on your entire face, even under your eyebrows. Another concealer that I really love is the Pat McGrath concealer. Now the only difference I find between that and the Bobbi Brown is that the Pat McGrath applicator is a little bit smaller. So I feel like you get a wider range of application, of course, with the Bobbi Brown, but I do like the Pat McGrath, but I actually have a backup in my makeup closet, a makeup store as I like to call it. So the Pat McGrath one is really great. Also, everyone's cult favorite, the NARS Creamy Concealer. I have used that concealer in the past. I don't find that it is full coverage enough for me. So if you like a lighter coverage concealer, if you're the kind of guy or gal that can just run out the house with a little bit of concealer on and powder, I give it up to you, first of all. That's a great concealer for that because it's not too pigmented in terms of being full coverage. It's great for use over foundation, but for those who like kind of the no makeup look, that is a great concealer. But then also let's hop to the other end of the spectrum and talk about the Tarte Shape Tape. OMG. That's probably the highest coverage concealer I have ever used. It's a product that you could also use to blend out and use as a foundation on your entire face. It's highly, highly, highly pigmented. The coverage is amazing. The wand is huge. It's very smooth and creamy. It comes in an array of shades, which I love. So definitely check out all of those concealers. Okay, I had to talk about it. It's a loose powder or a pressed powder. So like I said, I didn't include a foundation because you can really build up some concealers like the Tarte Shape Tape to wear as a foundation. So one thing that I think a lot of people skip when they are starting off in their makeup routine is a pressed powder, loose powder, or a setting powder. This is the thing that takes my makeup from being not exactly my skin tone to looking perfect. When I apply this Charlotte Tilbury foundation that I'm wearing today, it can look a little orange, but once I set it with this loose powder, it's perfect. So this is my favorite setting powder ever. This is the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. They did recently come out with this in a few different shades. So if you are of a darker skin tone and you find that even translucent powders look a little ashy on you, definitely try out the darker shade. I love this because it helps to give a blurred look to my skin. I am very oily. I have textured skin, which oftentimes means that on my cheeks you can see my large pores, especially when I'm wearing highlighter like I am today. But this kind of just gives you a smooth veil. It makes you look so flawless and airbrushed. It helps to set your makeup, which means that it will be less likely to smudge or smear or run. I love this so much. You could also use a pressed powder. My favorite, which I have not used in probably a decade, is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. It is a powder that has a little bit of shimmer in it to make it look more natural so it doesn't just look flat. But that is a great powder to wear if you're just gonna use a concealer and you just want to kind of smooth out the look of your skin without doing too much. But you could also set your entire foundation with that MAC MSF Natural. It comes in a variety of shades to suit every skin tone, and it just makes you look so beautiful. Once again, you can use it as extra coverage on top of your foundation, or you can set a concealer to give you a kind of no makeup look. And the third setting powder that I want to talk about is something that is equivalent that's sold at Sephora. Now, if you guys have been watching me for like over a decade, I used this powder way back when I started working in the beauty industry at Sephora. And I believe at that time, I'm not sure what it's called now, it was like the Micro Smooth Baked Powder, and it was available in probably 5 shades. It is an exact dupe, maybe not ingredient wise, to the MAC MSF Natural. It gives you the same amount of coverage. You can use it to set a concealer, but you can also use it to set a full face of makeup. It looks so natural and amazing. It's a pressed powder. Once again, fabulous, fabulous product. Now, I am not a fan of a pressed powder, but Laura Mercier also makes a pressed powder, and also Charlotte Tilbury, but this is definitely my top pick, and I will have all of these linked down below. Okay, moving right along, my top 4th product that I think everyone needs in their routine. Y'all know what this is. None other than blush. You guys know that I love a good blush. I think blush is so important, especially if you like a fuller face. But even if you don't, there are some people who can pull off concealer, blush, powder, and mascara. Once again, I live for that. I can only dream. Unfortunately, that's not my ministry, but I love a good blush, and I definitely think that if you were starting a makeup routine, you should find a blush that you really love. My favorite forever, hands down, is always going to be the Good Girl NARS. Right here in front of me, I have Seduction, which is like a deep berry shade. It's not what I'm wearing today. Probably 99% of my blushes are from NARS, because when I started wearing makeup, over a decade ago, there were not a lot of brands that catered to darker skin tones. I mean, I don't even find a lot of MAC blushes to really show up on me, but NARS is always going to bring the quality and the pigmentation so that we can wear colors that are even as bright as what I have on today, and they can show up even on shades darker than myself. So NARS blushes will always be my favorite. Some MAC blushes can work, but I probably only own a few. The House Lab blushes are really great, although I don't know if they're reformulating them or discontinuing them because I can no longer find them. But that is what I'm wearing today in the shade Dragon Fruit Days, and it is the perfect, beautiful pop of pink. I also really love the Pat McGrath blushes. Now, obviously, Pat McGrath is a Black woman and makeup artist, and her brand is Black owned. So, of course, her blushes are going to be so pigmented and beautiful on our skin. So I would highly recommend Pat McGrath as well. And finally, Danessa Myricks. I tried her Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. I was so shocked because it's a balm that you would think feels oily and looks oily on your skin, but it dries to a matte and it just looks so beautiful and effortless. It's so pigmented. It works with deeper skin tones, even deeper, 4 and 5 shades deeper than myself. It just looks absolutely beautiful on all skin tones. Those blushes are available in an array of, I think, 4 or 5 shades. You can also use them, I think, on your eyelids and maybe even on your lips. Like, the colors are just so multifunctional, multifaceted, and gorgeous. So definitely check those out, and I will have all those blushes linked down below. Okay, my last product, the 5th product, the top product in your makeup routine, is of course going to be a lipstick darling. We're makeup girlies. Of course we love lipstick. Yes, we do. I love a good lipstick. Lipstick is probably my favorite makeup category because I think it's the easiest and most cost-effective way to change up your look, change up your vibe, and just give you just a new glam. I just love it. I have to get at least 4 new lipsticks every year, and that's my problem. But I love lipsticks. I love lip glosses, liquid lipsticks, all the above. My favorite liquid lipstick currently is the GXVE liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Universal Red. Now, these tend to be a little drying. I don't mind. I love the formula, but I know for a lot of people, this is going to be too drying. So be aware of that. I also like the Makeup by Mario liquid lipsticks, even though it's more of a mousse. I like NARS liquid lipsticks. I like Giorgio Armani. I just love a good liquid lipstick, but GXVE is currently my favorite. Now, as far as lipsticks, I love a good matte or a satin because I just think those look the best on me. So my favorite nude, I'm actually not wearing this. This is Charlotte Tilbury, but my favorite nude is the Patrick Ta Oh She's Single, and this is a great nude that I can wear on its own or paired with a lip liner. The formula is nice and smooth and high coverage. This nude is my favorite. I also really love Charlotte Tilbury. Right now I'm wearing her new Candy Gloss shade, which is like the perfect little pop of pink, but I also love her regular matte lipsticks in all the shades. I have them in deeper nudes, I have them in wine shades and reds. Love Charlotte Tilbury. I also love Givenchy Le Rouge matte formula. I love Giorgio Armani, Pat McGrath, everything like that. And for lip glosses, I'm not really a lip gloss girl, but I do like Anastasia Beverly Hills and NARS. Those are probably like my top 2, and I will link those below as well. So yeah, guys, that's all I have to share in this video. Of course, there are plenty other products that I love as far as lashes and mascara, but these are the 5 product categories that I think can really get you your preferred look. I would have loved to add in mascara or lashes, but I'm really trying not to cheat. I hope this video was comprehensive enough and just gave the person looking to start out just a view of what products are really necessary, worth it, and also which are best for our deeper pigmented skin tones if you are in that category as well. I love you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, definitely check out my top 5 skincare products video that I posted last week. I will link that down below. And stay tuned next week as we talk about my top 5 fragrances. I know. How in the world am I gonna condense like 150 fragrances to 5? Can't wait for that video. I love you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, baby, I'm talking so much. Let me get my good Stanley. Woo. Okay. Thumbnail.